Hey y'all, you want to play more consistent golf? Well, I got you. Let's get started right now. Are you one of those players that's always asking yourself, why am I so inconsistent? Are you asking yourself, why can't I hit the ball the same way from one day to the next? Well, my name's Nick Bova. I'm the king of consistency. And today I've got 4 things for you that are gonna help you become a more consistent golfer next time you go to the golf course. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit that little heart button, that like button. Please comment and subscribe to the channel. Please let me know what it is you like or dislike about this video, as well as if you want to share what it is that you're working on in your game, and that gives me an idea as to what I might do for a future video and what topics we can cover. So let's dive right in. Here are the 4 things that are going to give you tour-proven consistency. Number 1, we want to make sure that we have a consistent setup every single time. When you go to the driving range of a PGA Tour event every week, those guys aren't working on trying to feel like the club's coming more from the inside, or they're trying to feel like the wrist is in a certain position at the top of the backswing. A lot of those players are working solely on their setup, their grip, stance, ball position, posture, and alignment. If we can get our grip, stance, ball position, posture, and alignment to be very consistent, to do it the same way every single time, we're gonna play better golf. Now, when we're talking about grip, right, we're talking about getting the club into the hands in the right position so that we can hold on to that club most efficiently. When we're talking about stance, we're talking about how wide our feet are. I like to see all my players at shoulder width apart. Wider than that means you got to move too much back and forth. Narrower than that makes it harder for you to catch the pressures in the ground so that you can hit it more solidly. Ball position. Ball position is a constant when we're hitting flat shots on the ground. If you have a ball above your feet or below your feet, it's going to move in your stance. But if we're just hitting a stock shot, we're going to have the ball position, one club head inside my lead foot. Now my trail foot can then move based on the club in my hand or the shot that I'm trying to hit, but I want to try to keep it in that position every single time. It's going to allow me to control my low point more efficiently and hit better, more consistent golf shots. All right, we're talking about posture. Posture, what I'm looking for is I want to see the armpits, the end of my knees, and the end of my shoelaces in one line straight down. A lot of players will get too far out into the balls of their feet. They're going to be out here, right? If you're somebody that gets too far sitting back, you're going to be too far back here. But what we want to do is we want to feel like the pressure in our feet is right in the middle of the foot. We sit into it, butt back, chest down, and now I can get those armpits, the knees, and the end of my shoelaces lined up for consistency. And then lastly, alignment. When we're walking into the golf ball, how are we walking into it? A lot of players will struggle with their alignment because they don't walk into it the right way. So when I'm walking into the golf ball, I want to walk in, I want to set the club face first, I want to have my lead foot, okay, so my left foot in line with the golf ball, my right foot is staggered and behind it. That allows me to step into it with a more open stance. An open stance is going to allow me to see my target more efficiently. Why do you think those guys back in the day used to putt like this? Right? Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, allowed them to see the line a lot easier. So I'm going to step into it this way. I'm going to be able to look down my target line. Then I can set my feet parallel, and then I'm ready to go. So now, once I have my setup exactly where we want it, next thing we're going to do is go into having a consistent set of drills that we do every single time that we go to the golf course. Whether it's to the driving range or to the actual golf course itself, we're going to do these little exercises to help us maintain our feels, because feels are meant to come and go. So if feels are meant to come and go, we got to have multiple little exercises that we can do that are going to help us achieve that goal of finding the consistency. So 2 drills that I like to do, right? My tendency is to kind of spin off the golf ball and get my upper body in a bad position, my lower body in a bad position. So Tony Greco at the Helix Golf Institute, he's got something called the Helix set. And these are just 2 exercises of 4 in the Helix set that I like to do. but I like to have my inside base of support. So the base of my big toe and my heel are on the ground, and I'm just going to start to shift pressure back and forth inside that inside base of support. So now for me, my tendency is that I spin too much this way, my upper body gets stuck off the golf ball. So now I'm shifting pressure over so that I can start to have that pressure in that right leg so that I can match these things up more efficiently. So what I'll do is I'll do this one here, and then I'll go into like a modified kind of step swing. So that one I'm going to go here, I'm going to stagger my feet, sit into it, club's up here in front of me. I'm going to swing that back. I'm going to feel like my right glute's going back, my right heel's getting heavy, my right knee is maintaining its flex. So I'm just going to do this, right? So now these two little feels, or these two little exercises, help me create a nice feel for what it is that I'm doing in my golf swing, right? So I'm not thinking so much about the technique of the swing. I'm just trying to recreate feels when I hit my shots. So I'm here, see my step, butt back, and then I go, right? So having a good setup, having drills that allow us to maintain feels are going to make it easier for us to be consistent from one day to the next. The third thing we can do is start to understand how to hit more shots in slower motion. I know a lot of players really struggle with this and they don't like it, and they don't continue to fight through it, the discomfort, because why? Because they're not successful at it. Well, you're never going to be successful at something that you don't practice, right? Or something that you don't try. So, taking my good setup, taking my two drills that I like to do, and then doing some slower motion swings where I'm feeling where the body's moving, right? I'm going slow enough so that my brain can process that information, that input that I'm putting into the ground and the club and all these other things, right? So that I don't have to think so much when I'm actually going to hit my shot. I can do it all based on the feels. So I can go here, right? And slow motion is relative, right? But I would challenge you to go this slow. Right, if we can go that slow, you're going to be able to make your changes a lot faster, which is going to make it a lot easier for you to be consistent so you can play better golf every single time you get to the golf course. And then lastly, number 4, we have to understand how to practice. Ian Heifeld, he's up at Core Golf, I believe outside Boston. He is an elite performance coach, and he is awesome. He has a book that's called Golf Practice, How to Take Your Swing from the Driving Range to the Golf Course. And it talks about 3 specific things that you need to do in your practice to be able to take it from that driving range to the golf course. Those 3 things are spacing, variability, and challenge. Now, spacing is not me getting in here and hitting all 3 of these balls as fast as I can, right? So my spacing here, ooh, that was a good one. Let's hit another. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So spacing is not hitting as many balls as I can. Spacing is actually giving ourselves more time between shots. The more time we have between shots on the driving range allows us to stress our brain the same way that we're stressed when on the golf course. Because other than you hitting the ball out of bounds, you're not going to hit another shot at a full speed 5, 8, 10, 12 seconds after you just hit your previous shot. You need to give yourself a little time. Step away, go do a drill, create a feel, check your cell phone, go on TikTok. I don't care what you do, right? But just give yourself some space between each shot so that then when you come into it, you're stressing your brain the same way you would when you're actually on the golf course. The second piece of that practicing puzzle is the variability. Variability is changing clubs and changing targets, not every single shot, but every 2 or 3 shots. We don't want to fall into that dreaded block practice where we're hitting the same shot over and over and over and over and over and over and over, right? We want to hit varied shots, right? So let's say we're going to hit 7 irons with a nice little draw, or we're going to hit 6 irons with a nice little draw, or I'm going to take a 7-iron and grip down on it and flight it down, right? I'm gonna do something that's going to create some variability to that practice. And then lastly, we have challenge, right? In his book, he's got a bunch of different challenge games that you can do, right? My favorite one, and this is, again, for a little bit more of the advanced player, but it's Tiger's 9 windows, right? So Tiger's 9 windows, you're gonna hit a low draw, a low fade, and a low straight ball, then a medium draw, medium fade, medium straight ball, and then a high draw, high fade, high straight ball, right? And you're seeing the ball fly through those different windows. Now, you can come up with whatever challenge you want. It doesn't matter to me, right? But make it be something that's going to be difficult for you. It's not meant to create a huge amount of success. It's something that's going to stress you, again, stress your brain so that it simulates how you are when you're actually playing. So if we can have the proper type of practice, right, now when we go out to the golf course, we can take it to the golf course to allow ourselves to be more consistent. Now that we have 4 ways that are tour proven to help players become more consistent, right, we know and understand what those things are. Having a good setup, doing drills to help us create feels, doing slow motion practice swings, and then finally practicing the right way with our spacing, variability, and challenge. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please, if you feel the desire to let me know what it is that you're working on in your game, I would be happy to take a look at that and potentially cover that as a topic for a future video. As I say to my daughter every time she's leaving to get on the bus for school, peace, and I'll see you later.